I hit it. So I just sent our special guest the photo, the photo of the madness that is about to entail with my work laptop on my left, my camera in front of me, BJ Penn staring at me, and Jonas joining us from the island, from paradise itself, to break down this card. UFC, what is it? 284? 285. UFC
285.
285.
You got BJ with the abs there. It's a
It's
good day.
it's so good. Can you hype check us? Where you at right now?
My pump level. Well, I just went on a walk with my dog and I was trying to watch Embedded uh, while we were walking. Man, John's got my pump probably higher than it's been in a long time for a John Jones fight. Uh, even though he hasn't fought in a while, but I would say probably we're at like an 8.5 right now. I know once this presser comes, it's easy 10. This is an easy 10 all week.
The presser is going to be absurd, I'm sure. I I was like, well, first I was like, it's not going to happen. Like, there's no chance. And then once I realized it was very likely happening, then it was just like perplexing. And then I looked at today, like I really looked. I looked with Matt. I looked at the card on the podcast on Sunday, and I was like, okay, this is absurd. Every fight on here is a banger. But then before we started recording, I went through and I picked fights. I picked winners on Tapology. Dude, there's like, they're not just bangers. They're in the 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 Canadian power bar versus the Cuban Missile Crisis is on this card. Like, it's absurd, the shit that's going on this card.
Dude, how nice is it when you just like know every fighter, at least their name that's
That's
on the
what I was
card?
that's what I was doing this for you. Like, I'm doing this on video because I have trading cards of more than half of these motherfuckers. That's
It's
how,
just
like,
like a pump multiplier.
pump
The pump just gets
multiplier.
multiplied.
Dude, look at this. Look at this. We got lasers of Viviani Araújo, you know? Like like this shit is happening. So
These are real people.
these are real
This
people,
is Those are
real
real
trading
people
cards. Fuck yeah. I'm
on a
excited.
$75 pay-per-view. Let's go.
It's 85.
Oh, 85.
They raised the price because they wanted to pump you up harder. This is
Wait, no, it's not 80. Is it 85?
it's 80.
There's no
Pretty sure it's 84 or something. Yeah. Pretty sure
for this.
maybe in Hawaii you guys are better off.
No,
You don't
never
get
mind.
taxed so
Just keep
hard.
going. Just keep going. Finance podcast.
Money talk.
Money
Welcome to
talk.
the Money Talk episode. This is a 2012 UFC Bloodlines 88 John Jones.
Holy crap.
This is
And
great.
look at the picture.
Just
The
absolutely
pictures are so much better.
damaging Rashad, man. Just just monstrous, dismal damage to Rashad Evans in that picture.
Dude, it's still crazy today how young John Jones was just tearing through these guys.
It's the promo package on the fight night the other night. It was just absurd. I'm trying to get my light better so it looks better, but I can't. Sorry, Cyril. There you go, Cyril. Now you're not reflecting.
What a shot, though.
It's so good. These old Topps Bloodlines cards are so good, and that'll be the kicker for the end of this episode, because we're about to talk for like an hour. We're gonna talk till my voice is hoarse, but I can't pick this fight. I've gone. I'm now the podcaster I hate, the one that cannot, that just waffles. I'm the Jeff Sherwood of this fight. I cannot.
Man, when
I
I
can see it
first
both ways.
heard of this, I was just like, I did not think it was a good matchup at all for John, especially after seeing, you know, what we've seen in his last couple performances. I, it just, I don't know. Gon is so fast.
Hmm.
Like his striking is a lot of times they make that comparison. Like it'll be like a heavier guy, but he's strikes like a weight division lower. But for Gon,
He
it's the truth.
he actually
And
does.
he like actually does, and he's slick and creative. And
Yeah.
I don't know, but Why would John come back to take a fight that he's gonna lose? It just don't make sense.
Yeah,
It's tough.
he- we've never seen John at heavyweight. We've never,
Never seen him in heavyweight.
and we have
His
seen.
freaking thighs are looking huge,
Oh, he's.
but his calves are still small as ever.
How would John do on an episode of the Physical 100? He just beat all their asses.
Shit, I should have kept watching that. I made it through like halfway through the episode, and I was sitting there with my wife, and I'm like, man, I think we got to turn this thing off. But yeah, I heard it's very good. I just need to put in the time for it.
It gets so good when they get to the big games, when they move a 2-ton boat as a team, and that's when it gets really good. So you got to get to episode 4 or 5 before it gets really good. So it's some build up for sure. I got a surprise for you too. We found out today.
All right,
Should
what we got?
should God test John Jones? We have a
Should
backup.
he test? He's always testing John Jones.
We have a backup fighter. Alexander Romanov. Is that correct? Did I remember this correctly? The smiling Russian man is our backup fighter. We found out
Dude,
today.
this guy completely bombs on people.
Yep. Yep. This is the
Uh,
this is the okay, so you're the UFC and you're like thinking to yourself, well, Cyril Gahn could die cutting weight or something, even though he doesn't really cut weight. He weighs in at like 245. Or he could trip
wait,
over a
hold on,
cable.
hold on,
Do I have it
hold
wrong?
on.
Do I have it the wrong?
I think we have it wrong. Even though that guy looks the same, isn't it Pavlovich?
Wait, maybe.
I'm
Wait, maybe it is.
like looking at it and I'm like trying to second guess myself.
All right, let's look it up.
Isn't it Pavlovich? Isn't that the bomber?
They both bomb on people, but we need to look up who the backup is.
Hold on. Let me pull this up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Pavlovich.
Pavlovich is the backup. I don't have his
Yes,
card.
I think
All right, everybody, just look at this Russian dude and imagine it's a different Russian dude. Is this dude from
from
Russia, or is he?
from my angle, he
He
looks the same.
this dude is Moldovan. He would squish me if he heard me call him Russian. That's all right.
Oh shit.
It's all right. I'm not re-recording
Well,
this. I'm not going to be that guy.
we can we can we can just you know what? He's got a good chance too. That guy is just a
Who's
monster. He's a huge monster.
all right?
Gon had a tough time with Tuivasa, just a banger. So who knows?
Oh my God, Pavlovich is even bigger than that dude. And he beat
Pavlovich is bigger than
and
who?
he's the dude that just smushed Ty.
Dude, he smushed Ty.
Oh
He smushed
fuck.
Ty. But Ty took that fight too quickly to that other fight because he
Yeah.
took kind of a whooping against Gon.
Yeah, he had just
So
gotten knocked out. So this dude has knocked out has won TKO'd Lewis and TKO'd Ty in his
yeah, I
in
hate when guys take
and
those
that's in the
fights after
last
getting
six
KO'd.
months. Yep. 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 This is good. K oh, dude, he's KO'd the Maurice Green. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, now Maurice Green, he might be one of John's training partners.
He is. He is.
Uh,
This.
John had like a roster of PFL guys and
Yep. Yep.
lower level UFC guys
The Kill
that
Squad.
he
No,
assembled.
what do you call them? The bad guys. They're the bad guys.
Bad guys.
Bad guy. It's so good. This whole thing has become so good so quickly. God, I hope it happens. But if it doesn't happen, this bombing Russian dude, I'm okay with it. I've got
Yeah,
Pavlovich. I've got
why the hell
Pavlovich.
not?
Pavlovich is booked to fight Curtis Blades in April, according to Tapology.
Ooh, I like that fight a lot too.
Yeah, so the dude's just
And
gonna get paid to be there as backup, get paid a little money. That's nice.
yeah,
Jones
good for him, man, to be
backup
in that
fighter.
conversation. Good
Yep,
for him.
definitely. So who do you got?
Well, I I got to go with John Jones, I think. I got to go with John Jones. He's either going to make us all look like fools or uh
He's gonna hold Gon down like Frank did,
yeah,
except better.
I'm going to make a pick. I'm going to make a strong pick. John Jones, 5 rounds, decision. Slow ass fight. Taking away
just
all of our pump, deflating all of our pump.
just to knock the rust off, just to knock the rust off, and then like make us feel bad for booing him when he wins. Like just to talk shit to us afterwards. Yeah,
Yep, waited 3 years for that.
I could see that. I could
But I
definitely
love
see
the
that.
matchup, and I'm glad he's back in some weird sadistic way.
You know what?
But
I took the exact same pick an hour ago when I was looking at it. I picked Jones' decision, and it's the
I
same
think it's a
reason.
safe pick.
I think it's a safe pick, but it's not. It's a red hot pick too because everybody's going to be like either he's going to, oh god, he's you just know he's going to do what Gon wants to do and do it better than Gon. You just know he is, which is a point fighting kickboxing fight. He's just going to do it
I
better.
think he saved up 3 years, getting in shape, trying to get as healthy, I mean, as possible, even though he's probably so banged up after all these fights. And he's just gonna try and he's gonna start shooting takedowns again, like John we haven't seen in forever.
Oh my god.
Because Gon, man, he
It's
he
going to
could
be so
kind of
good.
push him over a little bit.
It's
So
gonna be so good. Oh, it's so good, dude. All right,
that's what I think is gonna happen.
I like it.
Takedown, a lot of smothering.
I like it. You can buy both those cards from me on eBay. Don't worry, they're all for sale. I don't. You know what's terrible? Grasso doesn't have any cards that I have. She only has some autograph cards that I haven't been able to get my hands on. So Shevchenko
But
versus Grasso. I
oh
don't think we
man,
have to talk about this very long. I don't think there's much to talk about.
yeah, Chev by probably by decision too.
Took Shev by
Uh,
sub.
but you think by some?
No,
She
I
has
took
a
Shev
little
by
bit of a
KO
wrestler
round three.
now.
I could see it either way. I could see it either way. I think
I think Chev by decision.
she shoots takedowns. She'll get a takedown in this fight. She'll be able to hold Grasso down. But let's see. Be happy.
So far,
Be
our
fun.
two picks don't have too many. Well, your pick would be a nice finish, but mine, I'm thinking decision on both of these. What do we got here?
Action
Jeff
fights.
Neal.
Jeff Neal versus a streaking Shavkat Rakhmonov rookie card.
Dude, how much is this guy's cards going up?
Oh my god.
Is
It's a little absurd. Like it's him, Kamzat, and Patty. And it's a little absurd. Like people just grading these base cards and selling them. It's a little wild. Well, I mean, do your thing, card collecting docs. I won't buy them. I try to buy stuff
well,
after it's 10 years old, obviously.
Shavkat. He's he hasn't been in a bang yet. He goes out there and pretty much takes guys out.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
makes
Super
me
well
sad.
rounded.
Makes me sad for my guy Neil Magny. But
Yeah.
you want to MMA math that? That means Jeff Neal's getting smoked.
What do you think?
I think he's gonna. I think he can choke Jeff Neal. I think he can choke anybody. Honestly. We gotta see. So Neil Magny. Neil Magny is absurdly good, but has a really like kind of clear ceiling. Um, and that like at like number 8, you know,
Yeah.
Shavkat. I'm a little confused. Or I guess according to the Tapology rankings, Jeff Neal is number 7 and Shavkat is number 8. But I don't. I guess if I had to guess, I would guess Shavkat really wanted a fight and Jeff Neal was willing to take it
Yeah, I'm sure guys are turning him down left and right.
oh,
Probably
100%.
hard for him to book a fight.
100%. Like how do you even if you look at the the welterweight list right now. I don't think Shavkat is gonna get Gilbert Burns to take the fight. You know,
But man, why? I just wish they would make like the Kamzat versus Shavkat, like book that. I want to see them young and going at it. Like, dude, that's a. I mean, you could put that on any pay-per-view, main event. That's what I want to see.
yeah, I don't know why they haven't. It
But
seems
they
like the
take
right
so
time to.
long to
It's
build them up.
it seems like the right time to derail one of them a little bit too. Like especially after Kamzat's hijinks last time out.
Yeah, but he's definitely not gonna. There will be no repercussions from that. Uh, they'll put him
Say,
up against like
saying I kill you
Colby
all
in 3 years.
on 9/11.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I like this fight. I think we might. I, Jeff Neal was in a banger last time. He's always in bangers, so good fight.
Yeah,
Good
here
people's main
he
event
he was
fight.
he was nullified, but he was able to be nullified by Neil Magny, and that's the thing that makes me think like, okay, well, if Neil Magny can put him against the wall and nullify him, Shavkat definitely can too. Is my thought. But yeah, great booking and great spot on the card as the featured bout. You know what I mean?
The featured bout.
The
Yep,
featured bout. They've got Shavkat there, which is great.
I
And
like it.
and and then before that, it's oh my god, dude. It's so good. Gamgoat. It's Gamgoat
Yeah,
versus the
Gamrot.
Tarantula.
Dude, way better fight. No offense to Dan Hooker, but this is a better fight.
Way better fight. Dan Hooker got himself fired. It's the funniest thing to me. But anyway, we talk about that later. But this battle of the rookie cards. I
Nice rookie cards.
This is another one I cannot possibly.
Dude,
I
I'm gonna
have
say
no
it,
idea.
man.
I have no
The
idea.
tarantula. I know he's coming off an injury though. That's the big thing.
What was the injury?
I don't know if it was knee. I want to say it was knee, but let me look it up. I think he's coming off an injury. Um, but man, this guy's length, he is hard to deal with.
This is another one of those dudes that is the both of these dudes are the dudes that make lightweight the best division, and is
Yeah.
and is why you'll hear Matt and I on the podcast almost every week say that Dustin and Justin and Chandler and Connor and everybody should just retire and get the fuck out of the way and stop talking and let these guys fight, because these fights, man, these fucking fights are just insane. We had another Jack Della Maddalena last week. Like these guys
Yep.
are so Fiziev and is I can't even describe how it's going to be so good. This like main event this shit. If John gets tested by God, main event this shit. I don't even care. This
Oh, he had an arm injury
okay.
and he was sparring, guess who?
Uh,
Luke Rockhold.
oh, that's right. There's a there's a guy that does some card content down in LA at Ruka, and he's one of the photographers that works for Ruka, I think. His YouTube is called Joe's Card Stash, and he posted some shit with Jalen a couple weeks ago. I think during this
He's got
camp.
that insider info, man.
Dude, he had one of the funniest fucking videos when he got some Panini cards and he opened them with Cheeto Vera because Cheeto was around the gym that day. And Cheeto's pulling cards. Fuck this guy. This guy sucks.
Yeah, Cheeto's the man.
Oh, so good. Uh, I took Tarantula by knockout
Cool. I like it.
because I want fireworks. I can
Yeah,
definitely
well,
see it just being a war that goes all 3 rounds. I can see either guy by decision. So the heart wants what it wants, and I want the Tarantula to get a knockout. Even though I want Gamgoat to fight Islam for the title, I want them both to
well, we're
fight
gonna
Islam for the
see
title.
how Turner can take pressure because Gamrot is all pressure,
Hmm.
and Yeah, it's another great matchup. Better than the first booking. I love it.
Just trying to see like Turner's Tapology picture is great. Um, Mounted guillotine Brad Riddell, right hooked Jamie Moarkey, choked Uros Medic, choked Brock Weaver, and those are the last four wins. Dude's absurd.
Yeah, perfect.
Just finishing really really good fighters. Uh,
Yeah, man, this is gonna be this is a great fight. And this, I'm actually surprised I didn't put this in that third from the top fight because this
that
is
featured
usually like
spot.
I gotta go pick up some food fight,
Hmm.
fourth on the card, but
I don't know
uh
if any of those fights exist on this card.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't have a Bo Nickel Panini Instant. Uh, they do exist though. You can get them. And I
This
don't.
gotta be another freaking this guy's cards are gonna go through the roof.
Oh, they already are. They already are. They are. There's an instant they released every week after every fight night or pay per view. They release these cards called instants, and Bo Nickels are. They sold like 1,000 of them. Everybody graded them. Bo Nickel versus Jamie Pickett. I'm guessing Bo Nickel because this is
Yeah,
another one of those. Let's get him somebody he can beat, but is going to look
yeah.
tough, and he's going to blitz him and KO him. Is my pick.
Yeah, I got him by sub again, probably rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Um it's just it's just one of those fights where they're gonna get you to they're getting you a high profile win on a not high profile but like high visibility win
Yep.
on a pay-per-view. And he was already running the MMA world for about a month. He was in every headline
Oh
you could
yeah.
see. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
100%. Yeah. Uh, in final prelim of the night. So that opens the main card. Bo Nickel opens the main card. Final prelim of the night. Trevin Jones versus Cody Garbs.
oh man,
I know.
poor Cody.
I know. I know. I picked against him.
It's
I
hard to
did.
pick for him nowadays.
Well, dude, like after he landed the Cody Garbrandt bomb on a Sunsao, it was
But he
it
was losing that fight.
he was losing that
He was,
fight, and then the next two fights he lost, and the whole time he was looking for that bomb.
yeah,
I just remember it like just loving that big right hand bomb. Drop the shoulder. Make sure that everybody in the bleeds can see you do it. Telegraphed as fuck. But
man, Cody though, he has one of the best title fights performances ever. Uh, when he was styling on Cruz, it's just
it's so good.
yeah, one of the best ever, I think.
The make a
I thought
the make
I
a
thought he was
wish
gonna be like
dude. The Make a Wish kid
superstar
makes me
for.
cry every time they play that promo. Every fucking time, dude. It's just turn on the waterworks.
But yeah, he's got to protect his head, and I just don't think he can. It's just
Kai
he's
Kara
so
France.
aggressive.
Kai got him. He was looking for that bomb on Rob Font the entire fight.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. These
Yeah.
these things happen in MMA, as they say. So who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Oh,
Next
closing.
on the list should be
Oh yeah, this is the fight for the fans right here. Brunson versus Dreykus. Dreykus Dreykus's nickname. I just learned this today. Dude, it's the best. It is Still Knox. Dreykus Duplessis. I don't
what?
e- I don't even know what that means.
Still Knox. Still
Still
Knox.
Knox. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. And that fits him perfectly because the dude is a wild man and I don't understand any of it.
Dude, Brunson was so freaking close to that title shot.
He
That
was.
rematch with Izzy. He was so close.
He was. He was blonde Brunson for a while. He was he was
Yeah.
he was absolutely fucking dudes over with wrestling.
Oh
Looking
man,
like
you know what?
Crash Bandicoot.
I still kind of like him in this fight. Uh, Drix, I mean, wasn't he? He was getting taken down a lot in his last fight, right? Or he gassed out, I think.
Dude, he blew his load after like 2.5 minutes and
He
was
threw
just
like 5,000 punches, right? And then
and he was blowing so hard, like he was like rock hold at
yeah,
elevation.
Darren Till. Oh, that was a weird fight.
It was the best. Where did that take place? That was at elevation, right?
UFC 282, Blachowicz versus Ankalaev.
I wonder if that was in Colorado or something. No, it was in
Wait, that seems like it
Vegas.
was, yeah, T-Mobile,
It was in Vegas.
Vegas.
There's no elevation there. You don't need to get that tired. You don't need to look like you're fighting in Mexico City against Paulo Costa, but you did. Dude,
Dude,
dude, that was the
I
best.
fuck. I think dude, I gotta go with Brunson. I gotta go with Brunson because every time I pick against Brunson, he always will win. So maybe I know the UFC don't want him to win, but uh
I think I took Dreykus. Still knocks Duplessis. Did
by
I?
what? Knockout?
Am I smart enough to take him by knockout? I am. I'm smart enough to take him by knockout, but not until round 3. He's gonna get wrestle fucked and absolutely gassed again. It's gonna be hilarious. This
Yeah, I mean
this
he is a
could I don't know. This could turn into the one where you go and get your beverages.
he's built like a young Arnold or something like that, so uh I can see why he gasses out so quick. But
The dude's clearly maniacal.
he pretty much hit Till. I think he hit Till with like 300 punches in that first round.
Yeah.
Till- Till's Till's eyeball was all popping out of his head.
Oh, it's so good.
That was a crazy fight.
Oh, it's so good. This whole card is so good. We're gonna get through the last of it. I didn't even realize it until today. There's I didn't know until today that I don't have any Rebus cards close at hand.
What?
I know it's really fucked up considering I use her gifts like every single week. I have a Viviani Araujo, Laser. I may have a Rebus kicking around and I'm just too lazy to go find it. But
Okay,
yeah,
let's.
think about this fight. Rebus has been
She
Rebus
should
is
have. I think she got robbed her last fight, right? Was it her last fight she got robbed in?
mm,
Rivas?
she got beat up by a couple people. She got beat up twice by somebody. I think Rodriguez or
Yes.
Lemos.
Her last fight was versus Chakugian, and that she should have won
Oh
that
my
fight.
god,
I
yeah.
think I picked. I think I had it going to her at the decision, but uh, yeah, I think she should. I think the judges gave it to Chuki,
Fucking
and then
Chuki.
we had to freaking live with that for another 6 months.
Blonde fighter. Oh
But
man.
he bossed by positivity.
Hebos
That's probably one of the more
by positivity. I think that that's a safe bet too. Um, there's a Pennington. I don't know. I don't have the card, but yeah, I agree. Chuki is always getting decisions she shouldn't.
yeah, she lost.
Araujo,
It was a split decision.
Vivi, Vivi
He's
Araujo.
ranked 29th, and Arujo is ranked 10th.
That's just
11-4 versus 10-3.
that's just fucking disrespectful. Who's Arujo beat?
That's
Roxanne
disrespectful.
Modafferi, Montana De La Rosa, and Andrea KGB Lee. She lost to Grasso. She also lost a decision to Chuki. This one was unanimous.
She lost to Chuki, Grasso. Man,
MMA
Grasso's looked good though. Her past few fights.
Grasso has looked good her past few fights, but you MMA math that, and it's
Yeah,
like, come on, Rebus. Come on, Rebus. By positivity and a
but
firm belief in
positivity
Jesus Christ, you should be able to do this. You know?
and by pulling guard.
And by pulling card. God damn it. That doesn't work. Don't encourage that. It only works. What did somebody say on a podcast today? It only works if you're Patchy Mix or something like that. Or it only works if you train with Patchy Mix. I think that's what they said. Talking about
Yeah,
Suarez.
I kind of forgot when John Jones fought Vitor, but I was watching like some recaps or whatever, and I couldn't remember how many times Vitor tried to pull guard. After he almost got that armbar, I think every single round after like round two, he tried to pull guard and
He
just
took
ended up
he took
getting
took the wrong
clobbered from the
yeah, he
bottom.
took the wrong lesson away from that. Um, the the goddamn standing guillotine. Was it a standing guillotine that John used on Lyoto and then
Lyoto, yeah,
dropped him like a sack of potatoes?
one
Yeah,
of the best finishes ever. Gotta
dude,
be. That
dude,
that shit was gruesome.
dude. The last one I really care about is the Cuban Missile Crisis versus Power Bar.
Ooh, yeah, I love this.
I do too. I do too. It's another one I really just I can't even possibly predict, except that Julian Marquez has had it tough and the Power Bar hasn't really had it that tough yet.
I don't know. I think Power Bar. I think he is usually in some. I mean, they might not be like knockout fights, but he's usually in some like barn burners. I think he's always inside the clinch, throwing like short elbows and everything. But I remember when he
Oh,
came on the scene. Am I thinking of the right guy? Yeah, I think
I think
so.
you are.
When he
I
came on the scene, somebody was hyping him up. I don't know if it was somebody at Sherdog or somebody in the forums from Canada, and I just remember thinking, I remember like thinking this guy was going to be incredible, and then it took a while for him to get going. So he's starting to get some forward momentum, so that's good to finally see. But he took a while to get going. I think he started off. Oh yeah, he started off in the UFC 3 losses in a row,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he lost to the Iron Turtle. On
and he
top of that,
lost the Iron Turtle, which I respect. I like that. But I mean, he's also he get yeah,
he lost his last fight too.
Chitty Njokuani fight, I seem to recall, was absolutely just an abs. He got absolutely bombed on. So I'm wrong. I accept that I'm wrong here. He got absolutely bombed on in that Chitty fight. I feel like that Chitty knockout when he lost
Ooh,
was like that when that I feel like that made it onto my top KOs of the year. But
yeah,
it's ringing
Chitty,
bells. It's ringing bells for sure. But
Chitty
then
will melt you.
Julian Marquez got his face fucking rearranged by Gregory Rodriguez, didn't he?
Yeah, the RoboCop.
The
Oh
RoboCop,
man, what a fight!
dude.
That was a great fight.
Yeah, for the half a
It's a
round it
perfect
lasted.
matchup.
It,
It's a perfect matchup.
it's so good. And there are a lot.
Marquez is a meme fighter on top of that, so that's pretty good.
Hmm.
Get a little meme action on this card.
Oh yeah,
There's a little bit of
dude. We
meme
didn't
action.
talk about your actual consultation of the formula for whether or not a card is actually good. We need we need fighters we know and recognize the names of.
Yep,
We need fighters who are memes. We definitely have that. We can talk about
got to
that.
have a sprinkle of meme fighters. Yep,
We can talk about it. We can talk about a very memey fighter that annoys the shit out of you actually if you want to. And then we need desperation. Who's getting cut?
yep.
Who's getting cut? Is,
Uh,
is
and
there
then
any desperation on this card outside of Cody
that's a
Garbrandt?
good question.
Outside of
Well,
Cody
Cody's
Garbs.
been desperate for he's been desperate for a while, and he can't seem to catch a break. But they keep bringing him back, and that's a good thing. He's a fighter that you want on the roster.
Fuck yeah. Dude,
Uh,
dude, he will go after that million in PFL so fucking fast. He might get it
yeah.
too. He might.
Okay, so desperate fighters. I don't know. There isn't.
I honestly down at the bottom, I think Damone Blackshear down at the bottom. I think
Oh,
he
Basharat. You guys love Basharat.
I love Basharat. This is Farid. This is Farid. This is the smaller Basharat. Javid is 145. That's his older brother. Farid
Oh,
is 135. And this is Farid's first
mm,
fight off Contender Series against Damone Blackshear, who's already got a loss in the UFC, I think. Blackshear
9-0, undefeated.
Blackshear had a majority draw against Yusuf Zalal. He was the CFFC champ So he's good. I remember watching him watching John Morgan flip out and congratulate him. So Fareed's
Well,
very
what we
good
have
though.
here, we have the 88th bantamweight in the world versus the fourth in Ireland.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. We need
It
to
should
we
be
need to get
it's an even match.
we need to get some numbers next to Basharat's name. Can
Basharat's a heavy favorite. Heavy favorite.
I think that I think that the desperation is just on mostly my part for Kanan Song to knock out Ian Machado Gary. I think that's the only thing I'm desperate for.
Man,
Song Kanan at
we
19 and
can't be this
6.
lucky. We couldn't
I
be that
know.
lucky.
I know. Is this set up? Is this a Gary
We
setup?
It's a setup fight, 100%. Now, can he squish the can? That is the question. You gotta squish the cans. When you get the
He
setup
can't.
fights,
He
you
can't do it.
have to be able
No.
to
No.
get finishes.
Nope. No.
That is what has to happen.
Nope. He
Uh,
can't. Darian
yeah,
Weeks couldn't finish him. Nope.
and he was a heavy favorite in that too. I think
Yep.
going into that fight.
Yep.
Uh, this guy, this guy has a tired.
He's so
Uh, he has a tired way of promoting himself, man.
What else you
I
want to
hate
talk
it.
about? Tell me something good. What else on the card? Baby Shark, Jessica Penne. Is Penne desperate?
Penne got the best abs in the game. I
Really?
wouldn't necessarily say she's yeah. Oh wait, not Penny. I'm sorry. Baby Shark does.
Baby Shark.
Baby
Yeah. Baby Shark.
Baby Shark is ripped. Uh, I don't have much to say about this. Hey, there's always a spot in the women's pound for pound rankings up for grabs. So maybe one of these can do something. One of these girls can do something impressive.
Have you
I think
finally
we got it. Go ahead.
have you finally compiled the women's pound for pound rankings, and can you give us the top 5 currently? Now, this is a
Uh,
very specific pound for pound ranking done by one person. There is no board of directors, there is no journalists that are consulted. This is the pound for pound rankings by JOENUS only.
so pound for pound. I've been thinking about this all week, and it's hard. So the PFL season's coming around very soon. We're
Uh-huh.
gonna get to see Pacheco again very soon.
That's true.
Uh, so do you take Pacheco out of that number one spot just for inactivity? She hasn't fought in a while.
That's true.
Uh,
Okay.
this is something I've had to deliberate, you know?
Yeah.
And to get you into these pound for pound rankings, you got to either take out somebody that the media is completely blowing out of proportion, or you got to get a finish. A finish is almost that's almost a prereq. But Pacheco, she did such a good job, and she made me so happy that night on that PFL pay-per-view that I think I'm going to leave her in the number one spot.
I think you have to. I
I
don't
think I'm
see
going to leave her in the number one spot. We'll see how this PFL season starts. She'll probably get a knockout first fight. I don't see any of those girls really, being able to hang with her, especially in PFL.
do you have a are you picking her over Kayla again? If that happens?
I'll pick her over Kayla forever. Pretty
I think
much
she's got her
forever.
number. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
Um, yeah, and then we have to talk about last week's fights.
Okay.
Dude, amazing performance. This had a huge pound for pound implications. Andrade was the number 2
Oh,
pound for
that's
pound
right.
WMMA fighter
Oh,
going
that's
into last
right.
week.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm
that's
sorry. I love you, but she's off the rankings. She got finished out of the rankings.
dude.
Blanchfield is the number 2 pound for pound ranked women's MMA fighter on the planet, and she's right on the edge of number 1. Could be number 1.
Dude, if she if
Uh,
she if she fought Valentina and won, come on, like
dude, if she, what
that's
do you think
that
about
would be
that fight,
absurd.
hypothetically?
I think Valentina lost to Santos, but I also haven't rewatched and scored that fight. And I think if Valentina lost to Santos, Aaron could definitely beat Valentina.
Um, yeah, man, that was the big change of the week.
That's awesome.
Uh, and I think 1 and 2 are pretty locked in for now. 3 through 5 we could talk about later, but let's proceed.
Okay. I've just been showing off my immaculate cards while you're talking, so it's all good. It's all happy for me, man. Dude, I showed you the Jones black graded card, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
collect
beautiful.
I'm collecting the whole set of these black cards. What I didn't know when I set out to do that is that this set is the set that the Khabib rookie is in. Khabib's very first UFC card is in this set.
So you got a shot.
2012 Bloodlines.
You got a chance.
I've got 10 chances.
You got 10 chances.
There's 10 packs in there. And I'm trying to get the camera in a place where we can see. So there's two things you should know before we crack this thing. The one thing you should know is each pack has one parallel. It can be a flag, it can be a red ruby. The red ruby, it looks I've got one right here because I've got Aldo's right here, which you'll love. The red ruby uh, is numbered to 8. Looks like that.
Oh,
And
nice.
the blacks are numbered to 88. The flags are numbered to 188, or there could be a one of one. But either way, like there's a card uh, in each pack that's parallel. Also, you should know as I crack this open, these have box toppers. There's like 50 box toppers in here. So there probably, I think I counted it out. There's probably 43,000 of these boxes printed, and there were about 50 box toppers, and the box topper was Bruce Buffer's notes, one of his note cards from one of his events. So
Crazy.
you could have a Bruce card in one of those. I've never seen one for sale, so it's very possible it's not actually real. But it's on the checklist. It's not in here. No box topper.
No box topper. Well, that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Dude, Buffer. Yeah, I wonder what Buffer's cards, his announcing cards are like.
Well,
Like, does
I
he
bet
give a lot of them out? I wonder, or
I
I mean,
bet
we seen it last week.
I bet certain
Is that
ones
common?
like are very very expensive or very very desirable. Like if you have one that says like Connor's name on it, but like the one with Peak's name on it that he gave Peak, probably not that desirable. Probably just a buffer card, right?
That shit was cool though,
That was cool, man. I was so happy for Peak. What do you think?
especially on a card like that. Oh my God.
Have you ever eaten at the Waffle House?
Yeah, I've eaten at a couple Waffle Houses in my day.
Did you get a Waffle House vibe from Peak like I did?
I don't know if it was Waffle House. I got like 2000s MMA fighter vibes, like early or like
Uh,
creative fighter vibes from those early UFC games
yeah.
where you can just like put the tattoo wherever you want on their body. It's automatically tribal.
Oh, dude,
That's
yes,
the
it's
kind
always tribal. That's like the only selection.
the,
Yes.
the
Fuck yeah.
goatee. Uh,
Yes. I
dude, I was
have a
listening to Jack Black and he was like trashing him. I was like, are you
no,
serious?
fuck that. This is fun. Jack hates fun. Jack, friend of the show, but you hate fun, dude. Um,
Dude,
dude, I have a special connection because my grandparents lived in North Georgia for my entire life. So we would always go down there, and that kid opened his mouth, and I was like, oh, he's from Blairsville. I was like, oh, he's from North Georgia. He's from Union County. He's from across the border in Tennessee, but he's got that accent down. I was just like, oh, Cracker Barrel. Oh, Waffle House. Oh, I want to go back to Georgia. Let's go to Georgia. So it was fun.
it's
It
so
was very
rare to
fun for
see
me.
like aggression like that.
Just that
And
Just
Nobody is saying he's the best striker ever, but like that guy can fight.
yeah.
Like the
Yes.
way he fights, it's aggression. He's trying to take your head off,
Yep.
and he's gonna hit you with whatever he can.
Yes, dude.
And you don't get to see that. And then in the Apex, it's even rarer than that nowadays.
Yes, dude. He didn't
So
care where he was. He fought like he was in front of a million people in a stadium. He didn't care where he was. It was great. I needed
yeah,
that
you
so
you
bad.
have to applaud that.
Yeah.
You cannot talk shit about that fighting style. You have to applaud that. Because otherwise you're just gonna get point fighting and nobody I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see that.
We have places we can watch point fighting like karate combat.
Yes.
We don't need it here. This is no holds barred. This is
Just try
almost
and
no
finish the
holds
fight.
barred.
That's it. That should be the only rule. Just try and finish the fight.
Dude, if you had a $75,000 guaranteed bonus to get a finish, it would be insanity.
It would be insanity.
It would be
But they don't.
insanity.
And
I
I
know.
don't
And
blame them
it's
for fighting the way that they do, but or
it's
that certain fighters do. But when somebody fights with aggression and trying to take somebody else out, you have to applaud it.
it's funny too, like we didn't talk about it on the podcast, but these guys got a lot, they gave out a lot of bonuses for the finishers.
Every
They they
yeah, they got
they
finishing
can
bonus
do
for
it.
everything.
They can do it. Well, you know what? And somebody said on Twitter or maybe in the Discord or something, they were like, yeah, it's because the mouse put a gun to Dana's head and told him he'd better start promoting
Yeah, that
MMA
was that
again."
was what I was thinking. I was like, because Dana putting him out there on that card and having him do one of his little pressers, which is very rare for him to do, it just seemed like somebody like pushed him out there and like, yo, you need to go talk.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Pick a box, buddy. We got five
uh,
on the left and five
number,
on the right.
how about number one, top left?
Okay, you got it. So each box has one parallel, two base cards, a parallel being the flag, black, etc. that I told you about earlier. Two base cards. Sorry, BJ, we're going to cover you up. It has an autograph or relic, and it has a manufactured relic. So 5 cards per box. Typically, I've opened a few of these boxes, 10 packs at a time. I get usually 4 autographs and 4 relics, and then a cup, and then usually like 2 autographed relics. So there's a hit in every box, is basically what they're trying to tell you. This is sort of their high-end product from 2012. That black John Jones card is not a rookie. I'm not wearing gloves. Matt is going to yell at me, but it's not a rookie. John had cards in 2009, I think. Tony Ferguson base card.
Wow, right off the bat.
He is punching Mikey Johnson. I'm almost sure of it.
Yep.
We've got a red back there too. That's absurd. Okay. Life is good. We've got a ruby right off the bat.
Let's go. Yeah,
There's
this was probably my prime MMA watching days, 2012.
I had not even started. I think I started in 2013. My two
What
ship
the heck
level.
is that?
That says it's that's my Heidi my hiding Che Mills base card.
Trey Mills. I haven't heard that name forever.
You remember anything about Che Mills while we're
Not
while we
really.
are me neither. I can't even tell who he's punching. A ruby. Oh, it's not a ruby. A flag
Marvin Cannon.
of
And I
Martin
think he was
Kampmann.
just going off on Twitter like this past week. Semtex took him out. That was what I always. He was a good fighter, decent fighter. Always in the top tiers of the ranks, but
Yeah, he was a
I
top
remember
top 10 guy at 185, right? Or no, at 170? Yeah.
170. Yeah, and for years.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've definitely seen some of his fights.
but Semtex took him out, and Paul Daly took him out. It was vicious.
The flag cards are pretty fucking cool though, because on the back, the blurb about the fighter is written in their native tongue. So I guess
Oh yeah,
this
that's
is
sick.
Dansk, Dane. I don't know what you would call
I
a
kind of like how
Denmark
creative
tongue.
these cards were back then.
It's so good. It's so fun. Oh, it's an insert. That's right, an insert. I have this. This is Don
Holy
Fry.
crap.
This is a base insert. This is $1. You can have this. I'll give it to you for free. I'll mail it to you. Fighting Forefathers insert of Don Fry.
Dude, what the hell?
So there's a
That's awesome.
there's a Fighting Forefathers insert set. It's got, you know, 6 or 8 cards. There's also if I dig it out, in the 2012 Bloodlines box over here. Let's see. Fighting Forefathers relic set. And I believe there's even. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. There's a Fighting Forefathers auto set. So autos, Fighting Forefathers,
Dang,
Randy, and then
the
there's
natural.
the relics,
Holy cow. These are
R-
cool, man.
RIP.
R.I.P.
Got a couple Randlemans.
R.I.P.
Got a Hoist.
Is that his gi in that? What is it? What
They want you to believe it is, but it's probably his T-shirt.
is
It's not thick and it's not bloody. If only there was blood all over it, and of course, Tank Abbott.
Man, those cards are nice.
They're pretty cool. I started picking those up because I can't find a Khabib. I can't find the Khabib card that I need anywhere, so I just pick up other cards. Oh my god. Speaking of other cards, I just saw the hit. Let me show you.
Let's see this hit. Oh, Miguel Torres. Tony Ferguson. Dude.
Dual relic.
Torres was like the best fighter in the world for a period of time, too.
I've
Just an
pulled
animal.
so many Miguel Angel Torres cards that I need to go see this for myself at this point.
Dude, he was just pure aggression. And that's a young Tony Ferguson there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, awesome pull right there.
So
What is
the
it? What is it? Why is it those two? What is the because I don't you have a Diaz brothers card, right?
I
Is
do.
this
You
just
remember
oh
that?
this
I
is
knew
just
you'd
Mexican. I
remember
see
that,
it.
dude.
That's probably the
I
go to ball card.
I knew you'd remember that.
Yes. Dude, look at that card.
It's so good.
Incredible.
I lost my goddamn mind when I got that. Um, I also started picking these up because I had the Diaz brothers one. So I think it's like
That's just
I think it's whoever tops can say is from the same country because it's bloodlines, right? We got to be like hyper nationalistic about it.
yeah. Oh, dude.
Have I sent you a picture of the international incident dual auto that I got?
Maybe you
Oh,
probably did, but
it's
I'm shocked.
it's the there's this whole series of dual autos that are international incident cards, and there's another set of dual autos that are called global conflicts. It's just the best. So I think it's just like, oh, these two guys are from Great Britain. Let's put them on a card together. Oh, these two guys have the last name Gracie. Let's put them on a card together. So I think it's like that.
That card is sick too.
It's pretty fucking dope. I like it. I would say that
See, they're
this
not
pack was a
doing shit like
success.
this now, are they?
What's
Like
that?
Panini does Panini do anything like this? With like a relic, like uh
Panini has done uh, dual autos
I probably sound like such an idiot to your watchers.
to the card fucks.
Your yeah, to the
This is a
card people.
podcast episode. This is a podcast episode. We're gonna do more this week. We'll talk about this fight card over and over again with other people too, and it doesn't. It's more fun to talk about the cards and show off all the just insane dumb shit that I've bought over the last 2 years. And yeah, Panini does some cool shit like
Oh yeah.
a Joanna and Zhang dual auto of the best fight that ever happened in 2020. But
And graded on top of that.
but
9 out of
no
10.
no like no there has not I have not seen a Panini book card yet. Have you seen a book card before? I
I
don't
don't think
own any.
so.
They are super rare. But you get like in Bloodlines you can get a quad auto of a book and it opens up. So you've got two autos on each page, you know?
Yeah,
Uh
you gotta have that.
you got to have that. I've never even seen one for sale. Hey, there could be one in one of these boxes though. You never know.
Miguel Torres. He had a controversial he ended up getting kicked out of the UFC. I think Dana fired him actually. And maybe came back for a little bit, but he was like never the same when UFC took over WEC. But yeah, always a hellacious fighter.
That 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 controversy has been mentioned by Midnight to me before. So I think it bears researching on my part. I should probably look some of it up and see about it.
Yeah, he had said something insensitive. We'll put it like that. Extreme. It's
Hey,
actually kind of coming back to me now, and yeah, it's not worth saying over the internet. But
it's not worth
he ended
putting
up
out
getting
there.
kicked out,
It
and
was that extreme way back in 2012. It was that extreme.
uh,
He got canaxed before canaxing was a thing.
yeah, he definitely got canceled, and even Dana said something about it. Uh, and yeah,
Wow.
I think they did let him back. I think he apologized. He came back, and he just wasn't the same anymore. But I think he runs a gym now. I think he might be a coach or something now.
Is he
But during his day, he was a killer.
two Mexican fighters, Tony Ferguson and Miguel Angel Torres?
Two
Tony's like
Mexican fighters right there.
Tony is Tony Mexican? Is Tony as Mexican as Kane is, or is he more Mexican?
Yeah, wasn't it? Isn't he Mexican? He's American
I think he
for
is.
sure
But
with Mexican heritage.
I do recall him speaking
Yep.
Spanish with where Doom telling him to hold on, I'm talking here, brother.
I think somebody called him out on it, right? And then his Mexican heritage, and I think it was at a press conference, and he ended up going into detail about like his ethnicity. But yeah, I think yeah, I don't want to speak on it without exactly knowing, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a American with like Mexican heritage.
I fucking love Tony. I really do.
Poor Tony needs to retire though.
He needs to be beat out. He needs it beat out of him, unfortunately. So he's got another one too. If they let Grant Dawson talk them into this, I'll be really angry with Grant
You'll be
Dawson.
seeing him in your BKFC pretty soon, I got a feeling.
He could fight Diego.
Dude, 100%, that's what they're looking for.
He could fight Diego. I'm okay with that. I don't really want Tony in BKFC because there's no elbows,
Mhm.
but that's the only reason, which, says a lot about me.
Makes me sad, dude, if he goes over
uh,
there. It's not going to be pretty, that's for sure.
oh man, this is great. Thanks for doing this, dude.
No, this is cool.
I don't know how to end these things.
Uh, I
John.
appreciate this your card video from last time was hilarious, and
Oh
you
yeah.
do a real good you
Oh
do a real
yeah.
good job with
Oh
these
yeah.
things.
There you go, man. Here you go. There's no auto on that. I don't know what happened.
I think yeah, I think you'll have plenty of subscribers and likes and follows
Oh, that's not what it's
if
about. It's
you
about having
if you
fun.
just uh if you just bust like another $10,000 worth of boxes.
Yeah, let's not talk about the cost. It's more fun to not talk about the cost. But I will say, oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't do mail call. We got just one mail call to make you happy. Uh, where is it? Here you go. Top's finest, Bloodlines, refractoring, Miguel Angel Torres, Bloodlines insert. Here
Dude,
we go.
double Torres day.
Double Torres day. All
Yeah, you
right,
should definitely check out some of his older fights
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll report back.
and report back.
In the meantime, we're going to watch probably what will so far be the best pay per view of the year if these guys deliver. Man, I hope
Yeah,
T-Mobile sells out. Man, oh man, that's gonna be fun. All right,
awesome, man.
all right.
I'll
I'll
talk to you guys later.
talk to you later, man. Bye.
Bye.